How's it going, Moto Mommies? It's me, Rosalia. On one hand, today's sun is beaming. Things are looking up. It's great. Minecraft 1.20 is closer than ever. On the other hand, life is bleak, dull, pointless, and sad. Everything is black and white, gray, and it's a sad day, friends. Over the past few months, I've had a lot of fun theorizing about 1.20 with you. And with 1.20 so close, this is the last time. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the best theories, some really interesting leaks, and other big 1.20 information. Enjoy. 3 categories of things today. This first thing goes into the theory category. This theory is super interesting. It's called the fight and flight theory. It's such a tongue twister. Why Minecraft 1.20 will be the fight and flight update. By anonymous user 0178. Oh, it's a beefy theory. There's a lot here. It's interesting, and I think maybe, like just maybe, it might have some truth to it. We break it in by establishing update size. Usually small update, so 1.15b update, then big update, 1.16 nether update, then small update with 1.17, yeah, kind of, I guess, just a bunch of random things. Then we have big update. Then we have small update with 1.19, which, yeah, I would say this is smaller. Which means, friends, it's science time. Did we follow that pattern? In this analysis, I will explain why 1.20 is undoubtedly going to be a second combat update. To begin, we'll take a look back at 2019 developer Q&A. Roll it.
So, Corey, you work on the vanilla gameplay team. What are your plans for the Illusioner mob?
I really want to add the Illusioner to the game. We've been wanting to add it for a while, but we didn't have the technical capabilities originally.
Fast forward 3 years, and this is what we got. The Illusioner sitting in the game, but still not really in the game. A lot of technical improvements have been made behind the scenes since that time, so maybe it's time for the Illusioner. We do already know that a combat update is planned at some point, and is already kind of in the works, so maybe. After talking about the Illusioner a little bit, this theory moves on to that chef's kiss of a trailer that we got for Minecraft Live this year. It points out the fact that we saw a lot of biomes in this trailer, including the savanna, the mountains, and the swamp, but what we didn't see is the Badlands. Finally, check this thing out. I've never really actually put much thought into this, but the shards in the game. Amethyst shard, prismarine shard, echo shard. Very common naming theme. Is it a coincidence? Probably not. The fletching table, everyone's favorite and also most useful villager block, right? Oh yeah, It almost feels like at this point, the fletching table functionality might actually just be in Combat Update V2 whenever that happens. And that functionality, it could really be anything, but this theory proposes that maybe it has something to do with the shards in the game. Inside of my fletching table, definitely not a crafting table, just a fletching table. As you can see here, I'm combining an arrow with an amethyst shard. If I did this and it worked inside of the fletching table, this arrow would all of a sudden shoot a little bit farther. If I combined this with a prismarine shard, this arrow would work underwater like normal. And finally, most interestingly, with an echo shard, this arrow will shoot vibrations wherever it lands. Minecraft 1.20 Combat Update V2, featuring an amazing use for shards. That's super cool. So that one was a theory. Next up, we're going to talk about a leak. But first off, let's play a game. Minecraft 1.20. What is the theme? Call it down below. Of course, if you call the theme right in a couple days time, come back and you have bragging rights. And when I say call the theme, I mean keep it vague, like archaeology, end update, biome overhaul, ancient city portal thing. What do you think? Call it down below. Minecraft 1.20 has been leaked by a dev on Discord, by this person in this subreddit. Look, seeing as we talk about a lot of like big news things over here, I want to make it clear that these leaks, the credibility is less than a grain of salt in a grain inside of that grain of salt. Like, I don't know what the credibility is on this one and if it's even credible at all, but if it is credible, like those Badgerman leaks from a couple weeks ago, then it's safe to say, it's safe to say you heard it here first. Minecraft 1.20 is the archaeological update. I gotta take a pause really quick and just say that if it sounds like I'm crying in this segment, I'm sorry. It's because I am, okay? So, just, yeah. Get that out of the way. And like we do with all leaks for legal reasons, it's a parody. This is all just a joke. This update will be adding ruins, a mob tentatively called the Digger, and several artifacts to find archaeology. Help me, I'm crying. I'm laying on the ground crying right now. I can't handle. I'm, sorry about that, guys. The freak out, former dino kid, definitely grew out of it, okay? Sorry. Look, won't happen again. Dinosaurs, archaeology, yeah, it's like same thing, right? Anyways, back to the leak. In addition, more fossils will be added. There are also plans to add underground ruined towns. Look, if you're not sitting right now, this is when you need to take a seat because it gets even better. Brand new villager profession in the update? Yeah, why not? Also, there will be a new archaeologist villager that will give maps leading to ruins. Additionally, under the ground and more geode-like structures will be added to this update, and guys, this is where it's getting way too big. It's getting way too good. So far we built up this amazing cake. It's really, really good, and there's a lot of icing on it already, but just to slap another layer of icing on that cake and then put a candle on it and light it too. Also, dungeons might be getting reworked too. Oh boy, for this one, the Dino Kid in me is crying sweet, sweet tears of joy, but I don't know. To me, it just kind of seems too good to be true. What do you think? This next theory is almost like a little bit of a game that you can play yourself. For this one, all we need is Google and some hands so you can type. For this one, we'll consult the all-knowing genius itself, Google. What is Minecraft 1.20? The End update is a major Minecraft update released on August 6th, 2021.
Oh.
All right, well, hey, maybe that was like the old update release date and maybe it's got changed, right? Maybe? The End update adds 103 new blocks, items, tools, weapons, and armor, 10 new mobs, and 7 new biomes. That might be the biggest update ever. But hey, would you take a look at that? What is the 1.21 Minecraft update? The Desert update, May 23rd, 2023. And while we're at it, what is Minecraft 1.22? The Badlands update, April 1st, 2020. Wait a second. You mean to tell me the 1.21 update is going to come out after 1.22? Minecraft 1.24 is going to be known as the update that changed the world to, and most excitingly of all, Minecraft 1.30 is released in 2027. That's all we got. I got a couple questions about that End update confirmation, and yeah, no, Google is literally just pulling things out of thin air, making things up, so that's not credible at all. But I guess it is interesting. If by chance Google is right and 1.20 is some kind of massive End update, well, that'd be awesome. Ah, yes, inventory schminventory. The inventory update. It lit the community up this past summer. Everybody was talking about 1.20 inventory update. What if I told you that this next one, well, it doesn't fit into the leak category. It definitely doesn't fit into the theory category. Instead, it fits into the confirmation category. This inventory. Yeah, it's a wreck. This inventory is definitely a mess. But this inventory, it's the best. The legend himself, he is finally at long last awoken from his deep slumber. The great, the legend, the king, King B-Dogs. Alright, so for this one, we gotta take a look at a great King B-Dogs tweet. This one right here. Check this out. Waddles be like... oh, wait. Oh, that's awkward. That's really awkward. It's not that tweet. That tweet is cool, but wrong one. King B for beans, B-Dogs. If you were to reorder the building blocks in the creative tab, would you do it in order of material or shape?
Silly King B-Dogs. We're all cubes.
By shape would be all solid blocks together, all stairs together, all slabs. Okay, that makes more sense. Not to be that guy, but I am shocked to find out that the developer does not even play Minecraft. So in here we have tons of random things, right? Like individual by block, and then right here we have it by material. King B-Dogs doesn't even realize that it's already got both systems going on in the inventory. And oh boy, it is perfect as it is. Look at this. Is King B-Dog simply asking this tweet for fun, or maybe social media clout to get a lot of replies, or is King B-Dogs actually maybe working on the inventory? The third option is the Beandog asking this question to get me to put it into a video to abandon the topic and never talk it again, making me look like a fool. I guess we'll see. Do you think this tweet means something, or do you think it means nothing? Either way, now is the perfect time to go down below the video and leave a like if you haven't yet. Really helps out, thanks. My theory is that the Minecraft 1.20 update is going to be pretty scary update 2.0. This theory is based off of the fact that the original Mob Boat trailer from last week is kind of vibey and scary. Maybe it's a hint. For those of you a little bit newer to the community, the Pretty Scary update is an old Minecraft update that added scary things like witches, bats, and actually zombie villagers as well. This update came out, well, it actually came out almost exactly 10 years ago. Yeah, so I didn't realize this one until I was checking the wiki, but this thing came out October 25th, 2012, almost 10 years ago. If the devs were ever going to do Pretty Scary 2.0, 10 years would be like the perfect anniversary. Problem is that is really close. Like it's like 2 weeks away, so that would mean 1.20 would be really, really small, which I mean, Would anybody complain about a small update that maybe adds a couple small scary things? I mean, imagine it. The mangrove swamp biome doesn't have much to it. Maybe a tiny, like really small 1.20 surprise update with like a new structure in the mangrove swamp. Back to the Minecraft live trailer from like a month ago. This is a theory I talked about a little bit before. Taking a look at the biomes that are shown, we were shown the savanna first and then shown some other cool biomes. If we pay attention to the other biomes that are shown, there's another one that's due for an update that actually flashes before our eyes. That biome, it's gonna be the desert. Quick, think fast, and name 2 biomes that are both hot and also typically generate next to each other. Oh, yes, that's right. The 2 we just talked about, the savanna and the desert. 1.20, hot update. Seeing as this is a theory that we kind of talked about a little bit, and it's really honestly not based on much, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I mean, think about it a little bit. You update the savanna biome, you update the desert biome, you get all those features into one update. Maybe you got more stuff there, maybe you don't. Either way, you have a solidly themed update, with warm biomes getting overhauled. I'm a huge fan of this theory because, for one, you've already got a consistent theme, and also, the devs will get to take the promises of the past and actually implement them. By implementing these old promises, of course, you check them off of that upcoming list and make room for more new exciting features. Early on, like shortly after the release of the Wild update, this was by far the biggest theory in the community. Minecraft 1.20, the Ancient update. The Ancient City is not only Minecraft's biggest structure, but also easily Minecraft's most mysterious structure too. This thing was added in the 1.19 update alongside so many questions. What is the Ancient City? And what was going on here? What happened to the Ancient City? Then what is that thing in the middle of the Ancient City? The skulk stuff that infested this giant city is so weird. Like, there's nothing in the game like it. What is this stuff and where did it come from? To help promote the Wild update, Mojang lead into this mysterious factor big time. That was either big smart or big mistake. I stand by my opinion that if this giant portal in the middle of the city that has been hyped up quite a bit does absolutely nothing, that is maybe Mojang's biggest mistake of all time. Huge letdown. But if it does do something, well, maybe we know in 1.20. It's easily one of my favorite theories. 1.20 implements something to do with this ancient city. Like maybe there's a little bit more lore hints, or maybe we go all the way and actually get a functionality for this portal. But even if they don't end up talking about this portal at all this week, I don't think all hope is lost. The devs could skip out on anything to do with this portal for 1.20 and circle around back to this thing a little bit later on. No matter what though, you can't deny, there are so many questions surrounding this thing and the city, and there's so much room for expansion. Minecraft memes 16. Alright, so for this leak, we're already starting off like shakily. Like that earlier leak, debatable. When this leak first happened, I actually almost made a video on it too, but I ended up skipping out on it. Phoenix SC did make a video on it. You might have heard about it. The name for the update was leaked in a private Discord server, along with some of the update's feature, and it will be the How Time Flies By update. So right off the bat, it's a little bit of a mouthful, but I mean, we've had longer update titles before, so I guess it is fine. The update will add new beaches, a use for rotten potatoes and rotten flesh as bait for a new mob, and flies, and maggots. Yeah. Oh, hold on, did I just call the poisonous potato a rotten potato, or either way, it doesn't really matter. The devs have said before that they like the idea of the poisonous potato being, like, literally completely useless, so would they change their mind on it? I mean, yes, possible, but how likely is it? Very unlikely. On the other hand, rotten flesh is a bait for a new mob. I mean, I could kind of see that. That could definitely be an interesting mechanic. But flies, I almost feel like I remember something about a different type of fly being almost added to the game and then just canceled. You mean to say they skip out on one type of fly, one update later, add a different type of fly, and you don't think that will cause any backlash, controversy? No? And you mean to say the devs will actually be implementing one of the most disgusting things in the entire world, maggots and disliked things ever into Minecraft? Maggots in Minecraft? Oh, no way. I mean, look at that, right? They might as well add, like, trash cans to the villagers, too, for the maggots to live inside of, and just maggots that maybe live inside of villagers' heads and eat their brains, too, and maybe maggots with the pigs, too, and maybe flower maggots. We could do grass maggots. We could do even mountain maggots. Yeah, you know what? We could just do a ton of different types of maggots. Yeah, disgusting. And we will love it. But those are just my ideas. So back to the leak. Also, according to this leak, moles will be added to the game, like the digging creature, and also a little bit more with the ancient city, but they're not sure what it's actually going to be, which is weird because isn't that the point of a leak? Like, you know everything, right? But this middle bit is one of the most interesting things. Archaeology will also be added, along with a new kind of village that is buried underground and kind of looks like an ancient city. That takes us back to the first leak that we talked about earlier in the video, the more recent one. Common theme. I wonder if that's coincidence. 1.20 being named the How Time Flies By update? Maybe there's a chance, but 1.20 adding maggots and flies? I'll stop making videos if that actually happens. And so, friends, with that one, that's where I would like to end it today. Oh, wait, that's right, the end. The end hasn't seen any new content in literally years now. Like, the Nether's seen a lot, of course, the open world has seen tons of improvements, but what about the end? We do, of course, have the theory that 1.20 finally takes a look at the end and adds a little bit more content to it. Do you think there's any chance that actually happens? Personally, I feel like it's not completely off the table, but I mean, I guess we'll see. We're only a couple of days away now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. When Minecraft Live happens, I'll have a video coming out same exact day, talking about all of the big reveals. Awesome V, Andrew H, Gabriel Y, Paul P, Patron Gang, big shout out. Remember to leave a like, and I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.